Nah, I gotta be back tonight. Let's just do Foxwoods.
Holy shit, how much?
Life. What is life?
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith.
At the end of the day, man, you're supposed to do yourself a favor, because at the end of the day, you can fake it to somebody else, you can fake it to a coach, you can fake it to a teammate, but at the end of the day, as a man, you have to stand and you have to look in the mirror at yourself and say, did I give my all today?
Do what you know, not what you feel. Not what you feel. I knew in my heart that I could do more, but I felt in my mind that I didn't have what it took.
We want a great life. That's what we want. Now, what prevents us? How do we block ourselves from having that? There are several things that happen, ladies and gentlemen. Once you think about whatever it is that you have desired, whatever that you think that will give your life a sense of meaning and purpose and direction, whatever you think will give you a sense of fulfillment, I just want you to think about this. I want you to think about this year coming up, this year that we're now in. I want you to look at the future. And I want you to think about what is it that will enable us to do that, and why is it that most people don't? I've had some tremendous breakthrough. When I first came, over 5 years ago, pursuing a dream, working on creating and building and choosing a different kind of future. And it's always intrigued me what prevent most people from doing that. And when I first became intrigued at it and with it, it was at a point in my time when I was not where I wanted to be. I just felt at where I was at that point in time, it had to be more. I was working at a job, wasn't going anywhere, I wasn't happy, and I wasn't making any money. Around payday, I would get angry. Now, you seem like you would get happy when it's time for you to get paid. But when I said, thank God it's Friday, it wasn't because I felt good about getting paid. Because I knew before I even got that check, that money was already gone. It was already allocated. So I felt like I wasn't working for anything. And I said there had to be more to life than this, just working every day and scuffling and getting up in the morning and going through the same changes every day and robbing Peter to pay Paul. Had to be more than that. Life was boring. And it seemed for a period of my life I was in a rut. And the harder I scuffled, the digger the hole I dug. Just kept on, just getting deeper. The harder I worked at trying to get out. I said it had to be more. And then I would see people on television doing things. And I said, well, I feel like doing that. And saw people enjoying themselves and enjoying a great life. I said, I sure like to do that. But something happened to me, ladies and gentlemen, that I think happened to a lot of people. I've had a major breakthrough.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. There's no excuses. Sure, stuff is happening. And it's difficult where we are. But we have a power within us to handle this. See, at the end of the day, here's what we know.
I'm going to get a goal. I'm going to get a dream. I'm going to have a vision of myself that will take me out of my comfort zone. Something that, as you look at it, somebody might say, that's impossible. You can't do that. But something that I like. I'm going to find me something that turns me on. See, at that point in time, I had not found my reason for being. I had not found the purpose of my life. And I had a very insecure feeling about myself. I didn't feel good about me. I didn't have the confidence that I wanted. And here's what I discovered, that when you don't have a grip on your purpose in life, when life doesn't have that special meaning and power for you, there is insecurity. But once you find your purpose, once you know why you showed up, and I believe all of us showed up to do something. Everybody here, you showed up to do something. There's something that's going to be done by you and nobody else. That's what you showed up to do. And if you don't do it, we all will be deprived. Now, some of us know what our purpose is, and most of us don't consciously, but subconsciously, you know what it is. It's in you. You showed up with that in you. How do birds know how to fly from the north to the south during winter, and no one ever gave them any navigational training or told them which way to go? How do they know how to do that? They showed up with it. I believe we got that in us.
So once again, it's your boy E.T. Listen to me. Spend time dreaming, but don't just spend time dreaming. Do me a favor. When you come out of dream world, execute. Live up to your fullest potential. You owe it to yourself. You got to learn to get in environments that's on fire. If you want to stay on fire, if you want to stay in the zone, right? If you want to reach your maximum level, you got to place yourself, and we talked about this before, you got to place yourself where it's already on fire. You got to sometimes get in environments on fire. Stop hanging around people that's gossiping. Stop hanging around people that's complaining. Stop hanging around people who don't want to do nothing with their life. Are you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to live life to its fullest. I'm going to take advantage of every single opportunity. Why? Because I can.